Hello again, everybody, and welcome to, my goodness, just the most exciting half hour in television, the Geno and Megan show. And here we are, the day after. It is Friday morning. And second time in about 2 weeks, we sit here after a loss.
Yeah.
Lucky me.
Well, at least we're still sitting here. Could be
This
worse.
is true. This is true.
And look at you. I mean, nice outfit you have on. I mean, you look nice and relaxed. You just got done probably changing the tires on your car or something.
There's a very long reason for this, and we're not going to get into it, but I just feel so comfortable here in this forum.
I'm glad you do.
That I'm wearing jeans. But they're my lucky jeans.
They're your lucky jeans. I hope you get lucky.
Gosh, so do I. Well, I consider myself very lucky to be sitting here. All right, enough of this garbage. Let's just start maybe with the headline today, and I want to get your reaction. Geno's late tea time.
Well,
what do you think of that,
I didn't have
pal?
that headline in my paper. That's just the Hartford section. In Manchester, they wouldn't write something like
Yeah,
that.
because they know you live there.
The Hartford Courant that I get in Manchester didn't say that. It said something completely different.
Kindness, yeah, that was kindness.
So let's get that one out of the way, all right? That was stupid of me to do that. It was the worst thing that I could have possibly done. And I owe my team an apology, plain and simple.
Okay, very good. Take it like a man. Well, let's...
So I deserve whatever anybody wants to say about it. You know, I deserve it.
All right, very good. Now, let's talk about the game. We do have some roll-ins from the game, some highlights of the plays. How about the beginning of the game? It was insanity.
Well, it was pretty amazing that you could play 6 or 7 minutes of basketball at that pace. You know, I mean, Svetlana seemed to be everywhere early on, and when Tamika got in the game, it was just more of the same. It was just fun to watch two teams play. You look at this tape, you think we won by 50. Excuse me. And Diana came off the bench and just played
And look, you're
spectacular.
sweating. That's why I wanted that shot in there. You very rarely pit out.
You know, that's a pretty good move right there. I mean, we did a lot of good things in this game, an awful lot of good things. You know, so many big plays, so many big shots. Our defense let us down. I thought we played defense in spurts where we were really, really good. When we got up 67-63, I think it was, we got up 4. We were playing great defense. We were getting stops every time down the floor. We had them a little bit confused as to what we were in, and we were executing at the offensive end. And I just think we let it get away from us. You know, we let it get away from us, and it starts at the defensive end. You know, they just took the ball and dribbled right by our guys, and that's something we're going to fix.
Well, the highlights we just had there were of the first half. You know, going down into the locker room, going, you know, down 1, going in. I would think that you felt pretty good about
I thought we were
where
okay.
you were.
I thought we were okay at halftime. Yeah.
Couple things. Kelly Schumacher was non-existent there.
Right. Kelly didn't play well at all.
Asia Jones got herself into early foul trouble, which was brutal. So there's 2 big guys, and Tennessee's got a pretty big front line.
Well, yeah, they do, and we needed both of those guys to play well last night. And I talked to them before the game, and actually at practice, and we said the game was going to have to be dominated by Swin, Tamika, Asia, and Shuey. Those 4 guys were going to have to get every rebound, play great defense inside, and let our guards win the game for us. That's basically what we told them had to happen. And you know what? We dominated the rebounding. We out-rebounded them, which is hard to do. They didn't hurt us on second shots. But what happened was we couldn't give Tamika any help scoring-wise in the lane. So the entire burden fell on her in the lane. And defensively, we didn't have the ability to stop Gwen Jackson when we had to. I mean, she just got too many shots of the same way. And if you're a good defensive player, you don't let somebody score the same way every time. And some of it's stuff that we can fix. I mean, I'm not worried about that. Like there were times when the ball would go to somebody and they would be in the lane, and Diana's guarding a player that we had said we're going to play off of, but she's more worried about her man than she is on helping in the post.
Would that be her age?
Well,
her youth?
yeah, she's inexperienced. I mean, because she might be on somebody else, and then she'll go and help, and that kid will kick it out, and her man will get a 3, and then I'll yell at her for helping. So it's tough on a young kid to know when to play off, when not to. So we just have to do a good job as coaches of identifying that for these kids and helping them through in practice, doing it over and over again, and we'll get better at it.
What was your message at halftime going in down 1 before you came out for the second half? What was your message to the team? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I just talked about the fact that if we allowed them to just put the ball on the floor and keep dribble penetrating against us, that it was going to be really hard for us to win. Because it seemed to me that in transition, we were bad in transition. Our transition defense was bad.
There was a stat at one point where Tennessee had, I can't remember how many fast break points they had, and you had none. When has that ever happened?
Well,
Notre Dame
I don't know
game.
what they mean by fast break baskets. It seemed to me that first 6 minutes of the game was all fast break baskets. So
that's
I don't
true.
know what they mean by fast break baskets. But I thought our transition defense was poor. And I thought
And
Tennessee.
why was your transition? Usually you're the team that's running up and down, beating everybody. Why at this game was the team struggling to get back?
I don't think it was struggling to get back. It's what we did when we got back. We just ran back, and we didn't really stop the ball from getting from the top of the key to all the way to the basket. They caught the ball, put it on the floor, and we didn't do anything about it. It's not like we weren't back. We just got back and didn't do anything when we got back.
What can you attribute that to? Because from watching your team, certainly all this year and last year, but particularly this year, I mean, defensively, you've had some dominating performances and incredible defensive stints.
Yeah.
But last night, it didn't seem to be there. Is it a mental thing? Because physically, they can do it.
No, it's not a mental thing. It's a physical thing. When you watch our team play, and I know people have this view of, some of our players as being perfect and infallible, but it's not easy for Shea and Svet to guard some of the quicker guards in the league that they have to guard. And that's what happens. When these people decide to put the ball on the floor and go by us, you watch us play. That happens a lot. Why? Well, bad coaching. We're going to have to fix it, plain and simple.
So you're a bad coach because they're not quick enough to...
Well, you don't have to be quick enough. You just have to be smart enough to do it. You have to position yourself in such a way that it doesn't happen. So you either have to be quick enough to do it or smart enough to not let them beat you. One or the other. You can't be both.
Okay, so second half, getting into the second half action, more great stuff from Diana Taurasi.
Well, we decided to run, and we decided to run a little more pick and rolls involving two of our guards because they have a tendency to want to double team the pick and roll. So, and there's Tamika. I mean, she just played great. I mean, and you say to yourself, okay, now why don't we get that every night from Tamika? God only knows.
Right.
Or Tamika only knows.
Look at Asia. That was a sign of how Asia struggled.
But we really worked hard on that possession. I mean, we wanted to get a layup, and we worked really hard, but we couldn't. We just settled for a 30-footer. This is where she runs by and taps me in the head.
And then you can see the reaction that one of the girls was pointing. That Diana actually ran by and tapped you on the head.
Yeah, she did.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's a pumped up kid, and there's where I thought we had, and here's where, we have to be a little more mature than this. Everybody runs out like we just won a national championship. Guys, we're only up 4.
And there's the play where Sveti got hurt.
Yeah. It's God's way of saying Diana took that shot too soon and she knows it. And I don't know what's up with Svet right now. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna hear this afternoon after she gets the X-rays. But see, here's what I'm talking about. How about that? How about that?
Sue Bird's trying to get the charge call there.
How about that play right there?
But look at what I loved is that she went and look at her, freshman, gets the group together, saying, "Let's go." She knows she fouled out, but wanted to make one more.
She's a competitive
statement.
kid. She's a competitive kid, and she's a great competitor, an absolutely great competitor. She's fearless. Nothing bothers her. But that's just the most unbelievable. And not only that, I mean, that's.
Oh, CD was yelling at Shea.
Well, what happens is I lost my composure right there, and that's not good.
Look at Stacy. I wouldn't mess with Stace, man. She'd pound you.
That's not good. That's not good for me right there. That's a bad move by me. But that, I don't know. I don't want to comment on it anymore. I mean, it's just, you know, you let the kids play and you make the calls you're supposed to make. And when a kid steps up like that and takes the charge, and, you know, we stress all the time how important that is. And Shea made a great play. And in a crucial situation like that, you got to make the call. You got to make it. You got to make it.
Well,
either call a block,
right.
call a charge, but don't pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
And that's what bothered me.
Right.
Okay? Because then the play right after that, on the pass, our kid fouls out. Well, they should never get to that point.
Right. Because there was clearly contact.
You know, and either call the block or call the charge. But don't pretend like nothing happened.
Right. Well, you know, you bring up Shea. She stepped in, made that good play. And, you know, I think people in Connecticut and around the country are wondering, you know, what's going on with Shea's offense. But she had 6 assists.
Yeah.
She did a lot of good things. But
She played 30 minutes and played, I thought, a pretty good game considering that, you know, she didn't score that much.
yeah.
And it's been a struggle for her right now. But from a scoring standpoint, that's all. You know, I thought last night she played really well. But from a scoring standpoint.
Now, right in that little huddle we just saw when Diana was coming off, CD got into Shea's face. What was that all about?
I don't know. You'd have to ask CD. I don't know what she said there.
Okay, so some positives out of that game. I thought Sue Bird only played 28 minutes, but she had 7 assists and only 2 turnovers. She played well.
Yeah, see, those guys got in foul trouble in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting there. Svet's on the bench with fouls. She had 2 in the first half. And the way the game's being called, you can't risk them getting their 3rd
Right.
in the first half. So, you know, the fact that, you know, I thought we were in good shape, and I thought a lot of good things happened. I feel a lot better today than I did after the Notre Dame game. I mean, I'm not worried about our team. I mean, we showed so many good things last night. So much positive came out of that game last night. Yeah, we lost. And I hate losing. And I especially hate losing down there, you know. But that's part of playing. You know, if you play great, you can lose. And if you play bad, you're definitely going to lose if you play a good team.
But, yeah.
But we played really well.
And
you know,
you got
and it's
beat.
almost like we got beat.
Right.
There's a difference. You know, like in Notre Dame, we went out and we lost. Now, they played great, but we lost because we never competed against them. Last night, we got beat by a really good team on their home floor. And who knows, if I hadn't, you know, lost my composure with a minute left, maybe we would have won. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, one of the articles today, Jeff Jacobs in the Hartford Courant writes about how you lost the game down there, but the game loses because you're no longer going to play them twice in the season. And I was really surprised by Pat Summitt's quotes in some of the papers saying, you know, to play them 3 times in a year, you know, 2 in the regular season and then once potentially in the finals, it's too psychologically damaging to her team if they lose both of them in the I'm very surprised at that mindset. What is your take on the games and how, you know, you've played this home and home series for a couple years now, and now this is the last year of it?
I don't have a clue other than you know, I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was great for TV, great for the fans, something to look forward to all the time. We would always have them on our home schedule, so you know, season ticket holders would always have a chance to see them at home every year, and it would be fun. And I said, you know, I said one time, I said, yeah, this is going to be a great series as long as nobody goes 0-2. As long as we keep going 1-1 during the regular season, this will be a lot of fun for everybody. You know, and that's the way it seems to be worked out. But Tennessee's going to do what's best for Tennessee. So I don't want to read any more about, you know, how great for the game everybody is. Not everybody's great for the game. Everybody's great for themselves.
Okay, so now you lose 2 games. Once the state recovers, where do you go from here? What, maybe like a rundown of the team?
Losing's not what drives people crazy, by the way.
What is?
Playing lousy.
Yeah, but the fans here in Connecticut have been spoiled. And I've
Yeah, but
even
they're
noticed
spoiled by good play.
Yeah, because even at Gamble now, when you're up by 20 or 25, the crowd is dead.
Crowd's dead when it's tie score.
They're
I mean,
spoiled.
Not all of them. The ones behind us aren't.
Yeah.
Like all the way behind us. Like they're there an hour before the game. I mean, so not everybody's spoiled. But it's natural, too. You come to expect great play. So let's go. Let's play great. And I think that's what everybody wants. Just play great. I don't think they expect us to win every game. They expect us to play hard, compete, you know, and that's the same thing we expect. So I think everybody's whacked out after Notre Dame games. We didn't do that.
Right.
Last night we did that. And I don't think anybody's going to jump off a bridge today.
How, any changes you'll make with the team? Or you're
I think more spaghetti in pregame. Too much is chicken. You know, who eats chicken? You know,
well, you
too
know,
much
it's all
chicken.
about protein these days.
You know, throw some steaks in there.
Hey, one year you did that.
Too much chicken.
All right, we got some letters now because we have tons of letters. We love all the letters, and this one I particularly enjoyed. Miss Game Announcer, sorry I can't remember your name. I think that would be me. I know why you lost to Notre Dame. The road uniforms suck. You were out-fashioned by the Notre Dame ladies. You need to get some designer outfits. Those dark blue, the dark blues look like small-town high school threads. It wouldn't hurt to snazz up the home whites either. And excuse me, the #1 team should have uniforms that say, "Get out of my way." Any thoughts on that one?
Absolutely. Spandex. Spandex. We're going to have Madonna's going to be our fashion designer. That'll definitely say, "Get out of my way."
Okay, here, the Hartford fan, best fan, Meg. Thank you for reading my letter on TV. It brought a little smile to Geno's face, and he needs all the positives he can get.
Yes,
So,
I do. No, actually,
Hartford
we need all
fan.
the defense we can get, not all the positives.
Here, nice, you know, this is a nice little positive for you. Look. Go UConn, we love you.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
there's
Sure.
Keeps
That
it all
person's
in
just not old
perspective.
enough to read the paper yet.
And then we have another picture. I think this is to Sue Bird from Debbie. Nice picture, Debbie.
She sent
Nice
Sue Bird a
job.
picture of me.
Yeah, you must be a brown nose.
Yeah, I'm brown-nosed little devil.
Okay. With Shea having problems with her knees, will she continue playing after this year?
Yeah, she probably will.
We always enjoy the most exciting half hour in television. Appreciate the updates. Like this work better than all the other games. You two together are so great. My family, and I love watching you. Tell the girls my family says hi.
Okay,
So be sure to tell them.
we will.
Okay. Watch all your interviews. Picture of Svet when that Sports Illustrated with the great picture of Svetlana. Do you remember what issue that was?
The college basketball preview, the one that's got Shane Battier on the cover.
Okay, very good. Okay. Also, I could say one thing. You are UConn's coach and not those in their chairs thinking they know the game so well. No, you put up with a lot of criticism when we lose, but we both know what you have done for the UConn program.
Nah, we don't get a lot of criticism when we lose. I mean, that's just a small percentage of people that do it.
Geno, what would you do without Chris Daly on the team to calm you down?
Yeah, well, where was she last night? With a minute left.
I tell you what, Stacy almost knocked you out.
I know, she should have. She should have punched me right there and then.
Okay, this is great. It's an email that we got, all capital letters, as you can see, all caps, done very nicely. Okay, my wife and I are seniors who are huge fans of your program. Da-da-da-da, you're great, you're great, you're great. By the way, we don't think your watch is tacky. And if you just wanted to give us a pair of tickets for an upcoming game, so spend 3/4 of the page telling you how great you are. And by the way,
Okay.
do you have any tickets?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just add a couple more greats in there and I'll get you the tickets.
So many, now look, all these people, now this is where it's really kind of cute. All these people are writing in these emails saying how great they think you are and that the Notre Dame loss is not a big deal. So you lost a game, big deal. It's not the end of the world.
Well, that's why we complained about all those people who wrote that were being negative, because I wanted the other side to come out. You know?
Yeah.
People would feel sorry for me. And it worked, didn't it?
Oh, boy, I feel sorry for you in a whole different way. Okay, great job, Coach. I'd hire you to coach my team any day as long as Megan is part of the package.
Ooh,
I think that's from Paul in Waterbury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, now this one I had to explain because I've started calling Diana the human hatchet because she fouls out. I mean, if a lot of games.
She commits a lot of silly fouls.
She does, and
Lot of
they're
silly
young
fouls.
and they're silly fouls.
Yeah.
Dear CPTV, could you please deliver this note to Megan Pattison? How would you like to spend the next 4 years at UConn being called the Hatchet Lady?
Hatchet lady.
Meanwhile, it is human hatchet. You are setting up our wonderful new freshman, Diana Taurasi, for a long 4 years of unnecessary bumps and bruises from everyone that comes up the pike or floor to you. I want you to seriously think what you are doing by giving her that nickname. I wonder if Geno and Chris would approve. It is not a proper name for a UConn student athlete. Think it over, Miss Pattison.
Yeah, it isn't. I think that's insensitive to call her a human hatchet. It really is.
Well, she does foul a lot. She fouls out in 15 minutes.
That's right. Then you should call her a foul waiting to happen.
I've already used that one, but
Well,
human hatchet.
Human hatchet. That's. I don't know. That's not.
I
very
probably
ladylike.
quoted it from you.
That's probably not ladylike.
Oh wow! God forbid we wouldn't be ladylike.
She's a hack. She's a mauler. You know. She's just. She's just. She's. I can't describe her. She's indescribable.
But I
Diana
think it's
Taurasi's
important to
indescribable.
realize that after she hit that big three in the corner, she ran by you and rubbed your head.
For good luck.
You're like the Buddha.
Who would do that?
Who would
Who
have
would
the
have the
guts
presence
to do
of
that?
mind? You know, we ran a little double stack. They were in the 3-2 zone. So Shea came out, I think, and we tied up the one guy. Bam, she hits Diana in the corner, and I yelled, "Knock it in!" And bam, she hits it and runs by. That was my head. I had to start laughing. I didn't know what to say. What are you supposed to say?
Whoever would have done that other than
Nah,
Diana? And the
nobody.
reason that I
I
can
know a lot of people that would like to run by
and maybe punch you.
choke me or something, but she's unique. No question
She
about
is, and you know what? She's the best. I absolutely
She's
love her.
unique.
Just
You know-
like
Excuse me. The Tennessee game we played with 4 players: Tamika, Svet, Sue, and Diana.
okay, yeah, it's true.
That's it.
Hey,
The other
we-
guy struggled.
Yeah.
The other guy struggled.
Hey, we do have video of that shot of Diana, but we don't. There's a shot, and you had yelled, "Stick it," and she runs by. Now look at the reaction of the team. We don't. They're all laughing, and one of the girls on the points down. You really can't.
Yeah, she was
can't
pointing at me. Yeah, because she just rubbed my head. You know?
She's a hot ticket.
She is a hot ticket. She is a hot ticket.
Okay, so
That's why you gotta love her.
we have made an observation for the last 3 to 4 games. Although the girls are winning, they seem sluggish and not quite as determined. We think it has to do with their hair extensions. The reason is that before the new do's, they were quick and razor sharp. Now, with their newfound hair, we feel it is weighing them down. All the UConn girls look very good, but maybe this is a bad luck charm around their necks. What do you think of that?
I'll have to address that today.
I think you should. How about if they all shave their heads?
Yeah, that would be quicker. That'll certainly make us quicker. Start wearing
Maybe
no
a little
socks.
bit more intimidating.
No socks. That'll make us quick. Just drop some, some of the excess stuff.
Well, and
that
we've already established that the uniforms need work. They're not snazzy enough.
We'll cut out the uniforms.
Okay.
No socks, and that's it. That's it. Maybe we are sluggish. I don't know. Maybe we're a step slow in some instances. But as I said the other day, since the Georgia game, we have not had our entire team at practice, not one day since the Georgia game.
Wow, that was back in November, right?
That's exactly right.
Late November.
Since the opening game, we have not had our entire team of the 10 guys who played that night. They
Wow,
have not been
that's
practicing.
amazing.
There has not been one day when they've all been at practice ready to go 100%. Never.
Wow.
Even the day before the Tennessee game, Sue didn't practice.
Really?
I mean, we just have a lot of guys that have a lot of nagging things that keep them out of practice.
Well,
And that's why it's hard for them to
get a rhythm.
To get a rhythm, to keep improving in little things, So it's like, so you'll get, a couple kids will go, and then, boom, we're back. And it's been hard for us to just keep building. And then at the same time, how are you going to build on the way we played that first game?
Right.
How are you going to play the perfect game, the first game of the year, and then say, okay, let's go out and get better now?
Right.
can't.
And you beat your teams in your league by 30.
No, well, that's not even the point. I mean, the thing is, I think as you start playing, you realize that it's got to go like this. You start here, and you go up, and then it levels off, maybe take a dip, and then it goes up again. Well, when you start here, it's got to go down at some point.
Right.
This is not. So this is kind of normal.
All right, so now Villanova coming up. They like to slow it down. They're a tough team to play against, and they're playing well this year.
Yeah, they are, and you're not sure which, again, some teams have double personalities, split personalities, and Villanova's one of them. They beat Rutgers, and they go 30 for 31 from the free throw line. One game they made 18 threes, okay? 18. They made 18 threes in one game and scored 92 points. The next game, they lose 52-50 to Seton Hall. So Villanova's Villanova. And Saturday or Sunday, whenever we play them, our guys are going to have to play pretty well. Villanova's going to the NCAA tournament, which is great. Which is great. You know, we've got us and Notre Dame and Rutgers, Villanova, Seton Hall, and Georgetown, all, and Virginia Tech, all right now have a chance to get to the NCAA tournament. I think that's tremendous.
Wow, that is incredible.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
Folks, don't forget, if you want questions, we'll try to get to as many as we can. Questions, comments, we love to get them. When we get so many, we can't share them all with you, but we will respond to all of them. Please write us there, The Geno Auriemma Show, CPTV, 240 New Britain Avenue, Hartford, or visit us on the web, www.cptv.org. So the Villanova game is next, and then off to Virginia Tech, right, for a game Wednesday night?
Yeah, Villanova Sunday, Virginia Tech Wednesday at Virginia Tech, then Boston College next week at BC.
All righty.
So, you know, at least we get back to normal, you know.
Routine.
Yeah, normal routine.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for coming in. I know you got home really, really late last night from the trip to Tennessee. Folks, thanks so much for joining us once again. This has been the most exciting half hour of my life. The Villanova game is next. Enjoy, and we will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching.